Alright guys, here today with Bill. We're going to work today. We're going to show you guys a double attack from the lasso guard. Alright, now this is a it's not going to be too complex, right? So this is a good place for you to start if this is your first time working lasso guard. Alright, so let's start here. I'll have Bill on this side of me and we will work into the lasso guard. So let's start really basic, feet on the hips, right? So I got feet on the hips, I've got sleeve control. Okay, I'll move my hips out to the side and then I'm going to circle. In this case, it'd be my left leg, so whatever the top leg is, it's going to kick out. I'm going to circle it over the top of his arm, and then I'm going to feed that foot through, placing the shin toward his lat here. And this would kind of be like a deeper lasso hook. But the key here is I do not want to lose this hand. I need to keep my forearm and my elbow glued here. Okay? If he's able to circle his hand free, I lose my ability to have an effective lasso guard. I really don't have a lasso guard at all at that point. Okay, so this is going to be nice and tight. All right, so now this is kind of like a little bit of trickery. What you're going to do is you're going to bait your opponent to pass to this side. Now, if you're looking at this from Bill's perspective, just kind of fundamental, if I have the lasso guard, he doesn't want to pass this way. And somebody that's been in lasso guard enough knows that, but a lot of times you can catch people slipping, or even if they know that they're not supposed to pass this way, sometimes you can get them, right? You put your foot to the hip, and what this does is it creates an avenue where they think they can pass, right? And as he tries to pass, I shorten my lasso here. So what you'll notice is that this foot is this knee's gonna come toward my shoulder, and I'm gonna turn my toes outward, kind of creating this hook. You'll notice it kind of brings his body weight over the top of me. That's what I want to happen. I want to get this motion going. Okay, so I'm gonna load him up onto this shin. Think of my right shin here like a teeter-totter. So as he goes to pass, I'm going to pull him, and it's going to load him up onto this shin. Okay? So you're here. All you're doing is getting his weight on top of you, and then you're going to punch that knee toward the ceiling. So I bring him here, and then I punch. It's going to knock him over. So I end up kind of like this. Now, if you're in a brown or black belt, even if you're a purple belt, you may want to start working on these because they're legal at brown and black belt. I have a bicep slicer here. So as I come up, I can rotate. We're going to use our shin like a rolling pin. So the blade of that shin is going to go toward the mat. My hip is going to catch his wrist, and I'm going to come forward, and I've got a bicep slicer here. As I come up, I'm going to draw that knee back. Okay? If you are not able to do these yet because they're illegal for whatever reason, real simple way to come up out of this, you can grab the lapel, you can plant your hand, elevate the hips, and you could do a little hip heist and come up to knee on belly. All right? So let's go ahead and look at it from this angle now. Give you guys a little different perspective on this. So from here, hips come out. My top leg is going to circle underneath of his arm, then back over the top, shin to lat. From here, I hook his hip. I'm not pushing my leg through. I'm hooking the hip, and I'm going to grab for his pants. As he goes for side control, I'm going to open up. So this motion here, open up, and I'm going to punch that knee into his hip. Go to the lapel, other hand on the mat, hip heist, and come out of this, and I can end up in knee on belly. Okay, let's do that full speed. Okay guys, so that's the first part of the attack, right? So that would be like your basic sweep. Now, there are times where you'll do this and that leg, that shin that's inside, the one that's kind of using it to brace his hip, sometimes it gets pushed past and you end up where they're in side control and you still have the lasso. We're going to show you guys what happens when that situation occurs. So let's see here. Let's go to this side actually. So, same setup. Hips come out. I'm going to circle the foot. This time when I put this foot to the hip, he's going to use his hand to shove my knee through. You see how his hand is used to push the knee through? And he goes to side control. As this happens, I want my hand to follow his hand. Okay? And now I'm just going to lock my triangle. I'm going to cup the shoulder here. My other hand's going to come over the top, cups the shoulder. I want to pull down, and I want to open this shin outward this way and finish with the bicep slicer. Let's go to this side over here. They can see the detail this happens when they push the knee through. So I go here, I kick, as I throw this over the top, and I go here, he's gonna stuff that foot through, my hand's gonna follow it. So I go to the shoulder. I lock my triangle, I cup over the top, both hands grab. So my right hand is over the shoulder here, my left hand comes over the top of my right hand. I'm gonna open my shin outward and finish the bicep slicer here.